This video is for entertainment purposes only. All photos have been found in the public domain and are fair use and fair dealing. Good morning, it's Monday the 29th of July and I'm going to talk to you today about a huge doozy. Over the weekend a story broke that Meghan will be guest editing September's Vogue edition. Now, it's not a shock to those that follow her closely, and if you look on Twitter and the threads, we've all known about it, but it hasn't actually been confirmed. But it has now. A cover has been released, and it certainly gives us a lot to talk about. It features 15 famous trailblazing women that she admires and change makers for a special Forces for Change issue. Meghan has actually become the first royal to guest edit the fashion Bible, but she doesn't actually feature on the cover, as she believes it would be a boastful thing for her to do, according to the magazine's editor-in-chief. I'd like to point out, since when has Meghan ever been coy of appreciating herself? She is normally the self-appointed spokesperson of Meghan. I'm actually laughing at the fact that he said it would be a boastful thing for her to do if she appeared on the cover. The shade I could throw at this would be so blinding, it's ridiculous. But that's not the most shocking bit. It's been reported by the Daily Mail that this front cover on September Vogue bears a striking resemblance to an Australian book the Duchess also helped to produce. The book is called The Game Changers, and it also features 15 women on its cover, which Meghan featured in and also actually wrote an essay. She really does like writing an essay, doesn't she? And then people are now suggesting, because of this striking resemblance with these two publications, that it's plagiarism. She's basically ripped off the whole concept. I find this extremely odd that an original cover wasn't actually designed. Why totally copy the book cover? Has this woman got no original thought? Plagiarism is not acceptable in the art world, no matter what the medium. Who actually came up with this idea? We really don't need to guess, do we? But she even copied the title, Game Changers. How has this been allowed? One of the symptoms of NPD is that they have zero imagination. They are inclined to copy and try and pass the ideas off as themselves. We've seen this before in the quote that she copyrighted. She claimed that she came up with it, but it's actually from a Parla Joy Walter song, A Sky with No Blue. So basically she stole these ideas and is now trying to pass them off as her own. This isn't just a speech she's copying, because she's done that before too, but a magazine editorial. She's blatantly copying somebody else's work. What would happen if a student copied an essay and handed it in at school? They would be flagged up and reprimanded. It's a serious issue to pass someone else's work off as your own, and this isn't just a slight tangent, but it's almost identical. The only difference is the women on the cover. How has this even been allowed? I've asked this so many times in this particular video, but it's doing my head in. It's a blatant rip-off. It's shameless and damn right shocking. The simple fact that this is plagiarism. End of. She isn't capable of using a single original thought or idea, and it's embarrassing, to be quite honest. Many reporters and royal fans are now starting to say that this move to guest edit Vogue is a huge mistake to associate with its political movement. Also, I'd like to point out that out of the 15 women, she didn't choose the Queen nor the Duchess of Cambridge. I can see why she didn't use Kate, because, well, you know, they hate each other, but it's a big smack in the face for the Queen. Our Queen is an inspiration. At 93 years of age, in my honest opinion, she's an icon. To be still on the throne at her age as an active monarch is absolutely amazing. We all know Meghan loves to schmooze, so why not give a royal shout out to Granny? Instead, she picks who she thinks are trailblazers and women she admires from the front line of fashion, film, tech, and wellness. How ridiculous is that? Meghan Markle has never done anything unless there's something in it for her. So why choose the women that she did? One Twitter user, Emtus, wrote, "A vaccious rubbish, the kind of stuff her celeb friends will lap up, which is what this is really all about." I think Emtus is pretty spot on. Meghan doesn't do anything unless it benefits her. This is a calling card for those in prominent places to flock to her and be guided by her dynamic light. Oh, please. With all the negative press and downright slaughtering she gets, it's doubtful that anybody will flock to her. This, I think, will be her downfall. Her thirst for global fame, adoration, and pouring of need to be exactly who she thinks she's entitled to be. Let's face it, before Harry, she was just a mediocre actress on a cable TV show that was coming to an end. She wasn't the real star, and she was pushing 40. Without Harry, her small light would have tapered out very quickly. She's been given, and I state this very, very strongly, given an opportunity to be something remarkable. But with that gift, you must treat it with special care, because popularity is a very fickle thing, especially royal popularity. It needs to be handled with care, or everything turns to dust. If she keeps on this trajectory, the wind will blow in a sandstorm, and all of the diamonds and the couture clothes will all turn to dust. And speaking of couture clothes, along with the cover, a candid photo was also released of her. And of course, it was heavily edited and her trademark black and white style. But within moments of this being released, the dubious Meghan Mirror website, which follows her style and makes sure that any part of her clothing and accessories that she wears are available to anybody that wishes to buy them, had that dress on its site to buy. How did they know what the dress was? Because quite frankly, you can't really tell in the actual photo. And this raises a huge flag for me. How did they get this so quickly? This isn't the first time the site has had a scarily fast knowledge of the outfits that she wears. So I'd like to ask the question to you all, how did that happen? As always, thank you very much for watching. I'd really like to know your opinions. What do you think of her editing Vogue? Guest editing. What do you think of the rip-off of the Australian book with regards to her Vogue cover? And why do you think Meghan's mirror gets the clothes so fast? Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very, very soon.